Merry Christmas Eve, and as you can see by my red nose, it's only 20 degrees out here. I left work a little early today, decided to come and just do a little bit of work on the car before it got too cold. And so far I made a good bit of progress, actually. Got the intake manifold on, or the whole assembly. Throttle cable, connected all the coolant lines. Even this new one that I got, the silicone hose. Got the starter on. Got the rear T-bracket. And I think that's pretty much, well, the breather lines in the back as well. I wanted to get all that stuff down there before I got the intake manifold on. I was going to start putting on the header, but there's a couple of things that I got to do on the underside before I can actually bolt on the header, because once I bolt on the header, I can't get the bolts in there. That was my problem last time, so I remember that. Just got to get that cover plate for the flywheel. There's a couple of braces or brackets down at the bottom, and then I can put the exhaust manifold on and connect these two breather lines. I got to find some way to seal up these ones here, because the VMS bolts that I got, or the washers that I got, this is too long, this threaded stud. And so once I put the wire cover on, it still sticks up a little bit, so I got to figure out a way to do that so it still seals it up and I can still put on the VMS washers. I'm thinking of getting some of those rubber washers that go on, put those on first, tighten them down. Hopefully that'll create enough gap or room, bring it up a little bit so I can put those bolts on, or the nuts. But other than that, like I say, temperature is dropping pretty quick. It's already about 4:30, so I think I'm pretty much done. Merry Christmas, you guys. Got up a little early this morning, started putting away a couple of things in preparation for me working on the car this weekend before I head out of town. But just to let you know how cold it is over here. That is frost on that engine. That's how cold it is. Jeez. Yeah, I think last night it got down to about -5 degrees. Yeah, brought in all the dogs from outside, put them in the kennels, made sure they were nice and warm, left the water running a little bit, and those of you that live in cold areas know why. And so yeah, hopefully it warms up. It's supposed to warm up this weekend, and that way I can finish getting this thing together and see if we can start it up. low. I am very nervous right now. Okay. I've got it all together. Everything went with, pretty smoothly as far as installation goes. Then again, this is probably the fourth time I've already taken this engine apart. But I don't know. I did a compression test on the first cylinder. Seems fine. Yeah, everything is connected. I dropped some oil in there, put some fluid in the transmission. The only thing I haven't put in is the coolant, because I mean, not to be negative here, but I've just had to deal with so much when it comes to this car that I'm not going to jinx it, but I just haven't put any coolant in it just in case. I won't let it run for a long time if it does start, but I have cycled it a couple of times just to make sure we got some oil pressure, and looks like I turned on the fuel pump. Doesn't seem to be any leaks anywhere. I know I probably got to turn down, well, it's reading about 20 right now, so 25. I might have to turn down the fuel pressure, but like I say, I'm just going to try and start it and see how it goes. I might have to turn it off real quick, but I'm going to set up the camera. This is the first time I'm going to try and start it. So me and you are seeing this for the first time. Alright, so I did have number 2 and 3 mixed up, so number 4, that's right, number 1, that's right. So those are the only 2 that I had kind of swapped. So let's I'm gonna try it again. Let's see. Well, I wanted to fire it up. Let's see what happens. Try it again. I think the battery might be dead. I don't know. All right, part 30,189 of the troubleshooting of this damn engine. As you just saw, I couldn't start it. It started for a little while, but that was after I sprayed the starting fluid in there. Checked everything again. Checked the wiring, firing order, made sure everything was top dead center, made sure all the valves were adjusted correctly. I thought there was fuel getting into there. There is fuel getting into the rail up to this point. For some reason, though, there is no signal going to the injector to open it. I did. What was that? Okay, I did press the injector. Let me get out of the way here. And push that little pin inside there for just a second. And you can see the fuel does shoot out. So there's fuel getting to that injector. The reason why I have two different colored ones is because these are the new ones, the stock ones that I just put in. Because I thought maybe the injectors were faulty on the other ones that I had bought. Where are they? These guys. These are the 440s. And I thought maybe they might be faulty. So I swapped those out. This still didn't work, so I put the old ones back in, and it still didn't work. There's no fuel getting into this engine. And that is the last thing I need. Is, that's the final thing. I just need fuel to somehow get into this engine. And I need to figure it out to why that control module is not activating these injectors. I don't know. And it's kind of weird because, when I first put this engine together, well, not this engine, but when I first put that engine in here, it started and it ran. But suddenly it's not controlling the injectors. I don't know. Maybe it's I don't know. I just have to, I guess, look at it some more. Figure out what I'm missing. There's something missing. I know I have all my grounds. I was wondering if this thermal gasket that I have, sandwiched in between here was not allowing this intake manifold to be grounded or something. I don't know. What I think I'm going to try and do, I'm just going to see if I could just connect the wire or something and then connect it up to the frame and see if that does it. If not, yeah, there's something else funky going on here. I don't know what it is. I'm kind of taking off probably about a week. I worked on the car last Sunday. Saturday. No, when was I worked on it? Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. Saturday and Sunday I worked on it. So I'm going to take off a week. I just need to recharge because I was really frustrated that it wasn't starting. But I got a couple ideas. I've been looking at wiring diagrams, and I think it's the grounds that might be the problem. So I'm going to move around a couple of grounds, check and see if that signal is getting to those injectors, and hopefully that'll work. I did get a one piece here in the mail today. This here comes from the Speed Factory. And what this is a billet aluminum piece that goes mounted behind the fluid damper pulley. And you got this piece as well. And that goes mounted right there. And you can move it kind of back and forth to adjust it like this. And what this is a timing mark locator. You basically just put it where your top dead center is at 0, bolt it down, and that'll give you where you're zeroed out. Comes with all the mounting hardware and stuff like that. Again, I'm not sponsored by Speed Factory, but I do need this because I took off all of the plastic trim pieces behind on that side of the engine, and I've had a lot of guys comment about how I need to put those pieces back on, and and whatnot, and because I'm gonna get sticks and rocks and puppies and all kinds of stuff stuck in there. But I don't know where you guys are driving, but I'm not gonna get any of that stuff, hopefully. But yeah, I needed this for sure. And yeah, so yeah, this is gonna be put on hopefully next Sunday, and check those grounds again. Check and see if I could get those injectors working again. I'm gonna drop in those 440s again, and take out those 220s. Those stock ones, or 260s, I believe, and put the 440s back in, and just check for grounds. Like I say, I've been looking at all the wiring diagrams. These up here, if this is your ECU side, right up here, injector 1 goes over here to the injector 1. That is the power wire. Now you have a ground wire that comes out here down to this block. This is a junction block that basically connects multiple ground points, and this goes to your chassis. So I'm thinking that's my problem right there. I don't have it grounded properly. And so yeah, I'm gonna move around some grounds on the ECU side, coming out from the wiring harness, and see if that connection right here is grounding. I did check this wire here that comes out of the ECU, and I was getting about 13.5 volts, so it is getting power, but it's not activating with the ground. So I'm thinking that might be it. I'm hoping that might be it. We'll see what happens.